I actually think he stops the clock on every day because of the time he seems to have, and he gets up at crazy hours, and I genuinely think he's taking like something special to keep him awake. Let alone just
off air. Tell us what that is. Yeah. My understanding of your background is, elite level rugby. Yep. And then bodybuilding.
Yep.
And then Ironman.
Yep.
Now that is quite a journey. Who's better at rugby? You, Nick, or your wife?
It's my mental release, this training.
He did Ironman Wales last September, and did Ironman Lanzarote just gone. They're two of the hardest Ironmans on the circuit.
Have you got like a personal sort of funny or horror story of anything you've been doing in terms of competing? If you're up for embarrassing yourself, it's worth the views, I think.
Excuse my French. And obviously, I'm so embarrassed.
Dan,
Brad,
mate, good to see you.
And you?
It's the anniversary episode today.
52.
52. We've made it to 52 episodes.
It's a year.
And we haven't fallen out, had a fist fight.
Well.
Okay. Look at your arm. I won. But we've got a special guest as well.
We do.
This is somebody...
this is the anniversary. I didn't even say that. I didn't pre-warn you about that either.
So no pressure, but this is a big episode for us.
Yeah.
I'm only joking, of course. But do you want to do a bit of an intro to how you know Kurt, and I let Kurt...
Yeah, I can. I'll try and make it sound
Can you do like a really cool like pitch about why it's so amazing?
It is, and do it for like 2 seconds.
So this is Kurt.
I'm an alcoholic.
The end. I'm an alcoholic.
And if anyone stops listening now,
that's all good.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Kurt owns a coffee shop called Guilt Trip.
Coffee shops.
Sorry.
I love how he's fact checking you 2 minutes in.
A line of coffee shops.
Yeah.
In the I guess really you're not Worcestershire, you're more Cotswoldsy way, aren't you?
Worcestershire, Cotswolds.
Yeah.
Sounds posh when you say Cotswolds, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's because it is.
Broadway.
One in Broadway.
Broadway.
It's my favourite one actually. Broadway venue.
It's a good venue.
Really good venue.
To get into Broadway, do they do a bit quick credit check?
Yeah.
You have to take your passport with you.
Yeah.
Like going into the Vatican area. You can't just go in there.
You ever see that film In Time where you have to go through those checkpoints? I feel like that's what Broadway is.
Sorry, mate.
100%, yeah.
You've not got enough money.
You lose a lot of time coming into my shop.
Yes. That's what we like. Cha-ching, everybody. Cha-ching.
So anyway, we run from that area on a Sunday morning, so we'd like, go in and
Not Broadway.
Not Broadway, no, we can't afford to run in Broadway. Worcester, and we would run and we'd chat. We get chatting about Kurt. You started with Weymouth, and he told me he's got this journey, and he does Weymouth, and he was going to do Wales, Ironman.
Okay,
it's a very big one.
This is how your worlds collide.
This is how we collided, and
then
we'd just chat, wouldn't we? We'd chat for ages, and the guys would chat, and then I'd introduce him to certain people who've done the races, and kind of chat along, and Kurt would tell me that he'd done he was following like a plan and an app and things, and I'd just give him advice, and he'd message me, and we'd have a chat about things and stuff. And then earlier this year, I don't really know how, but Kurt was like, I'm kind of done with these apps. And then Kurt was like, do you fancy, if you've got capacity, do you want to coach me? And then we've just kind of grown to sort of we grew in a coach athlete capacity, and I was like, I'm more than happy to take you on, because we've obviously chatted about things. And I knew he was kind of the kind of guy that I sensed what kind of guy Kurt was from the chats we'd had. His positive nature all the time, and the crazy sessions he was doing with his apps. So I was thinking, if you're willing to listen to an app to do these things, I imagine if it's a real person, then this could be exciting. And
Dan is a notorious fan of AI coaches as well.
Oh yeah, he loves them. Yeah.
And he had another Ironman.
So did I, apparently.
Yeah, you're just very obedient from what I can understand here. Yeah,
very South African. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
And then he had I won't say what Ironman it was, and then I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing. We'll get going. And since then, he's just grown from strength to strength, and it's always good. I know. Because of his businesses as well, you kind of know it takes a certain person to get where he's got in life, and it bleeds well into. I mean, I actually think he stops the clock on every day because of the time he seems to have.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into that.
Yeah,
a bit,
honestly, like just your
what you get done in a day
is outrageous.
Okay,
and he gets up at crazy hours, and I genuinely think he's taking like something special to keep him awake.
Oh,
let alone just
off air. Tell us what that is. Yeah,
yeah.
Trade secrets.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah,
it's not freeze dried.
It's not freeze dried.
So we've got our own inside jokes already. This is fast.
All ground.
Well, in the sort of 2026 era of AI, I was able to do a lot of research on you because there's information about you online.
But it's because there's a lot to know.
There's lots to know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to...
Not that much.
I even have a bit of information that I haven't even told Kurt about, which I'll reveal in the show.
Oh. Whoa. So
is this a special because anniversary?
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's special, yeah.
Stay tuned, everybody. Like and subscribe.
Right now.
Yeah. So I'm going to sprinkle some stuff that I'm going to let you then expand on, if that's all right. So my understanding of your background is, elite level rugby. Yeah. And then bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And then Ironman.
Yep.
Now that is quite a journey.
It's
exciting to me because all those things are really impressive. So, and obviously along that is successful business. So
thank you.
I'm hoping you can sort of take us on a bit of a journey from how you got to the elite rugby, what that transition to bodybuilding was, and then why you thought, do you know what, Ironman.
Do I go now?
Go for it. You're on.
It's your turn.
Basically, I went to a very rural school in South Africa, and so it's far up north towards the Mozambique border. And all my uncles had gone to really good sporting schools in Durban. I don't know if you guys know Durban.
My geography of South Africa is rubbish. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
you will know because there's a half Ironman I want to do there.
Durban, yeah.
You'll get to know.
Durban's on the coast. They went to a school called DHS, which is like one of the top boys' schools, or was one of the top boys' schools in South Africa. And then I was big into my sport. Brother was big into. We're all big into our sports, but because of where you were in the rural areas, you're sort of like limited to what you can do. So, push comes to shove, they all said, "Well, we need to find something down in like where all the good schools are." So I just then said, well, cool, there's a school called Peter Maritzburg College, and I thought, well, I'm going to go there. And I've always been a home boy, not a mummy's boy so much, but a home boy. So you don't stay away too long. And then dropped into the deep end and went boarding school. And obviously coming from a rural area, you don't think you're going to be making A teams and first teams and things like that, obviously because it's a bigger picking order. But then my first season, I got there under 15. I was played A team. I literally did the training on the Tuesday, Thursday, then Saturday I was playing for the 15A team. So
brilliant,
it wasn't a case of walking into it. It was just a case the coach saw me. He's like, okay, you look like you can play rugby.
You're the perfect build for it, right?
Yeah. Had you played much rugby?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah,
I always played. I played since I was 9.
But you didn't realise you were like good enough to just walk into these teams?
No, never. I mean, we played enough that you're competent enough to play rugby. But I mean, when you're 15, your aspirations are never to sort of, I want to play Springboks and stuff like that. Straight away, you obviously want to play county stuff. So then that just went from under 15, under 16, first team, played first team, and then there's a bit of politics in South Africa when it comes to sport.
Okay.
So I don't want to go too much into that because all South Africans are deemed racist. But so I don't want to go too much.
That's
fair. So I had to wait till 19 before I was finally able to make a provincial team. So I made the Sharks under 19. So Sharks being, if you follow URC,
I don't.
No.
So Sharks. So like you would equivalent to like a Northampton Saints or something like that. So Sharks. So I made the under 19 team. Then the following year made the under 21 team. And I could see this progression coming. But obviously there's more competition in those senior levels. And I went over to New Zealand to do a. They've got a thing called Murray Mexted. So I went over there and did like a coaching clinic. Not coaching clinic, but like a player, like a development. Like I was there for a few months, learned so much and came back and my rugby just improved. And then the club I was playing for was under 20. You played under 20s and another year of under 20s, and then you went straight into opens. And the competition I had in the Sharks coming down from that level, some of the guys were like Springboks in the Sharks. Then when they don't play, they come play club. So you sitting behind really big, strong rugby players that you're not going to ever play again. So I was playing twos. So, which is good, but the club that I was playing for, because the clever players that were playing in the twos were that good, you were thrashing most teams. And I started getting a bit bored, and I wanted to do something else. And also the group of friends, it's like sometimes you just find different people to be mates with and how life works. And the guy that I met and started working with, he was big into bodybuilding, and I had a little fallout with the coach because he told me big thing with props is always to tell them to go down so the ref can say, oh, the prop's down, and then everyone gets a free water break. And I had a falling out with the coach kind of thing, and I was like, oh, bugger this. I don't want to do this anymore. I went into bodybuilding. Yeah. And I found a show. It was literally 8 weeks from when I stopped rugby, and I lost 27 kilos.
27. So how many kilos did you weigh at the start?
I think it was 100 and something. I can't remember. But I weighed 88 on stage. Yeah, so I lost a lot.
So 115 you would have been then.
Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, my the guy that helped me literally just like gave me egg whites, tuna, green beans, and because I was so dedicated to it, as Dan knows with all this training stuff, I was like, we would go out to steak restaurants, and I'd take my tuna and green beans with me.
That's insane. You hear it, don't you?
And my mum and them still go today. Like, do you remember that time we went to that famous steak place and you took tuna and green beans?
They offended.
And I'd be like, well,
hey, I was in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, so I did that year. And I finished that bodybuilding, and then my parents weren't too sort of big into it.
How did you feel like on that diet?
Well, 27 kilos is significant.
Like, did you feel, or was it like...
I felt horrible.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fair enough, yeah.
Because it's not like a highly nutrient-dense diet.
I think I could still remember it. I had 10 egg whites for breakfast. Then I would have like a small amount. I would always have carbs before training, but my carbs back then were like 50 grams of sweet potato, which is virtually nothing.
Yeah, right.
So I would have 50 grams of sweet potato and some like chicken or something. I know not more about food now, so otherwise I would have been not just eating that rubbish. And then I would go and train and walk for an hour on a treadmill, because this guy was like, mate, if you want to do the show in 8 weeks, it's going to get nasty. And I was like, okay, cool.
Just get rid of any fat you can, basically.
Any fat I can. So, I mean, I was just like, I'd be on a treadmill for an hour and a half after every session, sitting there burning, up at 5 o'clock, going and doing it all. But I loved it. And then I did that, and I don't know if this is what I really want to do. So then I went back into playing rugby.
Okay, so you did go back and forth.
I went back into rugby, and then...
Leaner and meaner.
Did you go from a prop to like a...
No, I went straight back to 150 kilos.
Okay. Making the donut thing make sense now.
Yeah. I do like the six-pack, though. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
It looks good, but food tastes great, doesn't it? That's the problem.
That's why I like Ironman. You can eat as much as you want.
You need the stores, don't you, as well? You can't be too slim, because you actually need the stores.
So I went back into rugby. So I'm just fast forwarding. So I went back into rugby, and then I started feeling a really bad low back pain.
Oh.
And my coach at the time was like, it's just glutes. There's nothing wrong with you. I was like, there's something wrong with my back. And he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. I ended up playing a trial game for the clubs, because obviously, as I was saying, the clubs, when you get to first team, you're playing really good caliber. And we played against the actual Sharks team in the club. And on engage on the scrum, I popped a disc in my back.
Oh.
And I had an agent at the time, because my brother was over here playing for Warriors. I had an agent at the time was like, we need this footage. So it happened in the first 5 minutes. And I was like, I was in so much pain. I was like, well, okay, just got to crack on. So I was like, I played 80 minutes
with that
burst disc in my back. And
do you just have this ability, Kurt, to just sort of switch your mind like a David Goggins almost?
I wouldn't call myself David Goggins, but yeah, I don't. If it's sore, I'll still go train. I'm one of those people that if you're sick, you train. If it's sore, you train. It's probably a bad thing.
What would you say, Dan?
We do have conversations.
Do you tell him off?
No, we don't.
He hasn't told me off.
You can't tell someone that big off, can you? Because what are you going to do?
Not if you're close in proximity.
Yeah, over training peaks, you can text him like, I don't think that was a good idea.
I'm not in the country as well.
If you could control your recovery, you would. And that's why A1 Physique's protein coffee comes packed with types 1 and 3 collagen, essential for repairing those tendons and ligaments that you damage during your intense exercise. Grab it from the website, use code AskTheCoach, and you'll get 20% off your very first order.
No, he hasn't told me off yet.
No. Good. I actually don't mind it. It's like the thing with being sick. Yes, you're right. It's kind of so he wouldn't respond very well to just sit on the couch. So it's actually like, how much can we do?
I've always gauged it though.
Yes.
I feel if it's in your nose,
Yeah.
you're fine. If it's in your chest, don't train.
Yeah, literally.
That's
yeah.
probably a good
That's
way to
kind
do
of
it.
that's kind of
It's
how I
how
always
much can we
gauged it.
do without making this worse? It's always the case, though, isn't it?
He's like, Dan, I'm already outside, so what am I doing?
I'm
Am I
on the
doing
way to the
tempo
gym.
or?
What
Yeah.
am I doing arms or what am I
Literally.
doing? Gotta throw an arm every now and again.
Arms is always good because it's low effort, isn't it? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So
nice vanity muscle.
from there, so I hurt my back, had the surgery, and then I was like, right, I want to come over to the UK
Okay.
because my brother was here, and I was like, cool, what are we gonna do?
This is Nick.
Yeah, Nick's over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've skipped out a whole bunch of other things with the Sharks back home, but I don't want to
Yeah,
be here forever.
That's fair enough.
So I came, so I had the surgery in the February, and then I came over like 5 months later to play. I had a trial at Gloucester
Okay.
in the Premiership, which I was stupid at the time. I did have a sort of an offer from Bristol, and then I thought to myself, oh no, I want to play Premiership. I think I'm good enough to play Premiership, so I went to Gloucester on trial. So looking at it now, should have gone to
Should have
Bristol.
gone low and then built.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you'll know that by now. I aim high.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Well,
and
it's working for you.
yeah, if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen.
Yeah, right.
So I went to Gloucester, and the guy was like, I went for a position that I don't normally play, but I can hold my own in that position. But when your competition that you have there are All Blacks and British and Irish Lions, it's quite hard to then.
You were a loose head prop.
I was a loose head prop.
Yeah.
I went to Gloucester at the tight head prop, which I can play. There's no problem.
Okay.
But obviously, when I say you got John Afoe and Paul Dora-Jones, who are really good at their position,
Yeah.
it's hard to then try and crack that in. So the coach even phoned me and just said, right, mate, if you were signing a loose head, I'd sign you tomorrow. But because I need a tight head, I can't sign you. But I'll give you any recommendation you want. And then I was like, oh, that's mine and Amber's England dream. Come over. I'm going to fly back home. And then we spent another week or two here, flew back to South Africa. My agent phoned me, right, I got a contract for you back in London.
You could have done this a weekend, mate.
Oh, no, I landed in South Africa.
Oh.
I landed in South Africa and he phoned me. Yeah, I've got a contract for you. So then a week later I flew back and then I played for London Scottish in the championship.
Yes. Yeah, nice.
And then they went through a massive restructuring. They basically got rid of the whole squad in the end of that year and brought down a whole bunch of guys from Scotland. So we were all sort of made redundant. And then I was like, I've done rugby, I've done all this. I'm going to go into personal training, go into bodybuilding.
Okay.
So started personal training at the Virgin Active, because the biggest advice I ever got from starting PT is start in a big mainstream gym where you lots of clients and you can make your mistakes. Go to the small ones. That's where you're not going to make money. If you make mistakes, get a reputation.
Okay, that's probably good advice.
Yeah. So I went to Virgin Active, and then I thought, well, everyone can have as fancy a business card as you want to, but being a personal trainer, your body's your.
Yeah.
It is one of those things, isn't it?
So-
And this was testament to it, because I started getting in shape. I had another guy in South Africa help coach me. I think he saw pounds and thought, well, I'm just going to charge him stupid money.
That's fair.
Yeah. So he charged me stupid money, and then I got into really good shape. And then, I was doing, at my height of personal training, I think sometimes I do like 80 sessions a week.
80?
Yeah. I went from hour sessions because I realized if you push someone really hard, half hours are better. You can get a lot done in half an hour. Believe it or not, I could train your legs for half an hour and you won't walk out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's something quite menacing then as well.
no,
I'm quite scared now.
Not in a bad way, but you don't
Instead
need
of just chatting away.
because the whole typical. I was going to say rubbish. I don't want to knock anyone's thing, but I hated the whole. Oh, you got to put them on a treadmill for 5 minutes, and then you
Yeah.
got to go do this, and then you got to do 15 minutes of strength work, and then you got to come down and cool down. Like, you waste so much time.
Yeah, a good
And you don't
PT
have-
would
you
get
don't-
you on the treadmill before they meet you, wouldn't they?
You tell the guy to
If
warm
you're
up
gonna warm
before
up.
you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I would tell the guys warm up before you get there. But then I found with hour sessions, you just waffle on, and then sometimes the client doesn't get the same
Almost
feeling.
bored.
Yeah, almost
And
get
they're like, this guy didn't know what he's.
yeah. There's only so many times you can count to 10, and then eventually,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
okay.
then I then did the PT. Then through the whole process, I got obviously bigger and bigger. I did all my bodybuilding, and then I did the first one I did with NABA. I think I came 5th, and I'm like, that's not good enough. So I did one. So I did one show, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do another show for the rest of the year. I'm going to grow. Next show, got a 4th. No, still not good enough. So I
not quite podium,
Didn't
right?
do another show. And then the following year, I got a 2nd, and then an invite to British finals. And then I did have a guy coaching me at the time, and I was just like, I went to Mexico on holiday afterwards, and then I started getting this whole right, if you want to get to this level, this is what you have to start doing. Won't go down that road, but this is what you need to start. And I'm like, and I'm like,
The lights go off.
and then I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that.
So is it not regulated and tested like that then?
No.
Okay, fair.
I don't need
I mean,
to do that.
I
don't know.
I noticed now, look, a lot of the guys now are very sort of open about what they were doing back then. But I mean, no, it's not really regulated.
It's more obvious, I think, now, isn't it?
I mean, come on now, guys. If a guy's 200 kilos on stage, you think, come on, mate, you didn't eat that by eating chicken and rice.
And he's got no body fat, which is, there's always like a correlation in body mass, right? You can't have lean muscle with X.
But bodybuilding's lost its finesse that it used to have. They used to be aesthetically pleasing to look at. Like, I look at Bumstead and I think, you look good.
Yes.
And then I look at the other guys, Nick Walker and that lot, and I'm not saying what they have is not impressive, because obviously it takes a lot of hard work having done it to get to that level.
It does.
But I think the big blocky nature of what bodybuilding is becoming, it's not looking nice anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He looks like, I don't know, like a distorted shape, doesn't it? It's like a square.
I think, that's partly growth hormone.
Yeah.
That makes your insides and everything
He's quite short as well, isn't he? Doesn't
and then because of the heavy weights, like I always knew when I was doing the bodybuilding, the coaching that I had, it was like, always made you train in a weight belt, try and keep the waist smaller.
Yeah.
And then they always used to say, if you want a big waist, go and do the deadlifts and all that stuff. The big heavy power work will, makes the core bigger and stronger and all that stuff. And then it brings you that big blocky waist. So then when he did that, I was like, oh, I don't want to play. I don't want to play rugby. I don't want to do that anymore.
Fair enough, yeah.
Then, funny enough, I went back to rugby.
So I coach a girl called Molly.
And I coached her for a bodybuilding show. Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Is this for your information?
Literally.
Okay, so you did the coaching for Molly because she was on stage, and now she's doing triathlon.
She's doing 70.3 Wales next weekend.
Is she? Is she doing Swansea?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that?
I saw her with your hashtag. I was like, oh, geez.
Yeah, literally, mate. She sent me a picture of you two the other week, and she was like, no way, how do you know Kurt? And I was like, wow, I coach him. And she was like, that's crazy. He coached me to do.
It's amazing how that works.
It's crazy, mate, honestly.
It must be quite a common circuit here for people that do these kind of things.
Dedicated to sport, I guess. Yeah.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And then triathlon.
Yeah.
Ironman.
Yeah, it's all linked.
It's all linked, mate. It's all linked. How crazy is that?
Oh, yeah.
I
just feel really inadequate in this room. I just, I've not done anything.
I mean, we
that.
can get you something if you want to get on stage, mate.
Nah.
Kurt knows some people.
I like eating too much, to be honest. I could get big, but I wouldn't get so lean, I think.
10 egg whites in the morning, something like that.
No, but I wouldn't get lean, that's the thing. I think I get big and then just have no abs because I just like food.
You'd never do the cut.
I did. I've had a six-pack for several months of my life, but it's really hard work.
It's hard to maintain it.
Really hard. And I'm actually unhappy.
Why don't you come do Ironman?
We've tried this conversation. You can't ride a bike.
You can't ride a bike?
I can ride a bike and I can swim.
They can do training wheels, eh? Can you imagine the only guy at the race doing the training wheels?
Is that illegal to have a stabiliser?
I haven't seen it done.
No, I haven't seen it done.
It'll make headlines, right? I could be famous.
You would be famous. Yeah.
Not sure it'd be good press, but
I don't know if I'd make the cut off and stabiliser though, would I?
Probably not, no.
Yeah. Look funny in transition as well, wouldn't it? I wouldn't have to balance the bike up though.
Wheeling it out.
That would look very funny.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that actually.
Where do you think in your journey, Kurt, you kind of nailed the nutrition? Because I was expecting you to say that as part of, elite rugby, they were feeding you all that nutritional knowledge, but you sort of suggested that really the early days of bodybuilding you were eating terribly.
No, so
it's not terribly, is it?
Uneducated.
Yeah.
You were eating such little carbs.
So today's age, there's so much information.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so much.
And everyone knows everything. And this bad for you, that bad for you. Back in the day, no one really. I mean, they tell you to go eat a steak before a game and stuff like that. Whereas now so there wasn't that much. I mean, obviously, and back home being prop, they just want you big.
Yes.
So I even remember getting to London Scottish, and I was like, I think I was 108 kilos when I got to Scottish. I was very mobile around the field, and I wasn't a bad scrummager. But the scrum coach looked at me, and goes, "Right, you're not big enough." And I was like, well, I'm physically stronger than any one of your players here in the gym by like miles in terms of gym strength. Why do I have to be bigger? Maybe get me fitter, or that you can use that strength for longer on the field. I mean, there's a prop at the moment, Max Leaf. I mean, he has a serious six-pack, serious body, and he's not. I mean, I think he's 122 kilos. He's big, but I mean, he's ripped to shreds. No one's telling him to get bigger. So then I went through this thing of and I need to get bigger, and then I just got bigger, and then my performance just like suffered around the field.
Because your endurance.
I was still doing the bro split though.
Class.
The coaches would come and say, "Well, we need to do these power cleans." I'm not doing that rubbish.
Power cleans.
Give me an EZ bar.
I just didn't find it was. I mean, yes, doing sets of 6 and all these things to get you stronger and all this stuff. But I always thought, well, that should be more pre-season, get you stronger.
Yeah.
During the season, you should be focusing on endurance and that type of stuff. So we were still going in and doing. You do a scrum on the weekend and you've played 80-minute game, and then they say, okay, now we're going to do 180 kg squats with an 8-second pause at the bottom every time for sets of 6, and you think, okay, my back's going to be great.
Yeah.
After I've just done scrumming for the week.
It's going to be battered, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
especially after my back off, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, Christ.
When you have to roll me out of here, it's going to be great.
Yeah. So knowledge in terms of food has actually come a lot later. And then, as Dan knows, with all these apps, I've learnt a lot on this. I know you had Hexus guy here. So
yeah.
We had Sam.
And I used Hexus for a while. But the reason why I changed to Fuelin is because I just find it a lot more user friendly in terms of.
It's all in Training Peaks, isn't it? It
Yeah.
just sits in Training Peaks Fueling.
Yeah. And
I think Hexus does now, doesn't it?
No.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you almost need. If anything, you almost need to change to use the Hexus app because your training will be in Hexus.
I get it.
It's depends kind of what comes for chicken or the egg sort of scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've learned a lot in terms of, and also obviously doing all this Ironman stuff, you just need the calories in.
Yeah.
So like yesterday I needed to have 50 grams, this one thing before my run. And I couldn't get in enough time to go and sit and have a meal. So I ended up having a grenade and a vanilla donut. And I worked out on the app that's
The right macros.
my macros for what I needed.
Nice.
Whereas before,
Yeah.
I would be like, there's no chance I'm having that. I'm going to go and have oats, peanut butter,
yeah.
and protein because that's the healthy, I need the 6-pack.
Yeah.
I do know what you mean. Food gets demonized, but if you understand macronutrients, actually, you can just do things like you said, because you've got carbohydrate, which was sugar, and there's lard, and there's
And
fat.
obviously, having a grenade bar and a donut's not the best thing to eat. But in terms
Not
of
all the time.
Yeah, but in terms of that's the calories you need, and you're going to go and burn 1,000 calories on a run. I mean, going to burn it off anyway. The calories in, calories out. I do like that James Smith whole, calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Does
definitely.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If you've got some knowledge, it goes a long way.
The calories in, calories out thing, I'm a huge advocate for. So believe it or not, I was once 106 kilos, I think.
Big.
Big guy on a 5'9" frame.
Yeah.
Brad's 5'9".
No,
I'm 5'11", so only a little bit
He's
taller.
not.
5'9" is the average
On a
height.
good on a good day.
If the wind's going
To a
my
grasshopper, yeah.
if the wind's going the right way, I'm 5'9". So yeah, I got done from 106 to where I am today based on calories in. That's calories in, calories out. I don't worry about macros, nothing.
Yeah, no.
So I would do it differently today with the current knowledge. I would manage lean mass better with protein, but I just went calories in, calories out, bosh, and I lost about like 4 or 5 stone.
Yeah, I feel like that's the problem is there are some better forms of carbohydrates and proteins that will fuel you more efficiently.
Yeah, of course.
Like the
and there's
burns
nutrients
better,
and stuff as well.
I mean,
So
I was watching Laidlow's documentary for Lanzarote, and I was watching all his meals he was having. Everything was plain chicken, rice, olive oil.
Yeah, okay.
So
really?
So you do see that there are
Still
better
out there.
forms of
yeah.
ways of having it. I mean, he's trying to get our fiber and trying to get all that stuff, but it just shows how good rice is.
Yeah, rice is like the number one.
I mean, for bodybuilding, the big thing for us used to be having Cocoa Pops or Rice Krispies before gym as your pre-workout meal.
I mean, they're just sugar really at the end of the day, isn't it? Yeah, makes sense. And actually, they're just sugary rice.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I made a note to ask you because I was interested about what kind of body fat percentage you were able to get to when you're on stage.
I didn't.
You never measured it?
I never measured it.
Ah, okay.
No way.
I would have, because someone like you nerds out on the
What
numbers.
would you guess? Must be like 4.
Nah, not 4. Surely.
What below? What I mean,
Oops.
I think Ronnie Coleman was 0.8 for his last show he did.
But he took a lot of drugs.
No,
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah. So
it's still 0.8.
I
That's
mean,
a lot.
Lance took a lot of drugs,
I
but he
would
won
probably
7 Tour de
say-
France's.
I mean, I think your 6-pack starts showing from 10 down.
10-ish, I think. Yeah.
So I mean, my skin was paper thin. You could see veins everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's like 3, 4. It gets low.
I reckon I sit at
But
about
I
30.
think with fat percentage, your anger level goes up as well. because you are hangry.
It's not
Yeah.
right for it affects your hormones, won't it? Basically, that's why I say about lean mass. You can't be
And it
so
affects women
big.
worse, eh?
Really?
The leaner they get, it messes with all their systems. Everything.
Females.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
literally
like
just stops.
fertility.
Cycles
and
My,
stuff.
just
my
stop.
missus's cousin, she did it in South Africa. It does mess with all the
massively.
cycles, everything.
I mean, the worst thing for a coach with women is with triathletes is not eating because it messes your cycles up. So
Do you know what the message should be? Eat more donuts.
Yeah.
Should be, shouldn't
Yeah.
it? I feel like it should eat more. Specifically,
how
from guilt
about
trip.
If in doubt,
how about
eat
eating
donuts.
How about eat enough donuts?
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
so
if you
donuts in versus donuts out.
Yeah, because if it's eat more, where'd you stop?
well, I've got a fun question for you actually. I've
How
written
many
down
donuts can you eat in a day? Because Brad used to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. I used to. You know.
Can you feel the jealousy in the room?
I used to. I don't know why it is, but when you're doing all your prep for stage, you know how many times I used to sit on the treadmill watching the eating challenges.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Oh.
I do
Because
it on
you're
Turbo.
so hungry that I think maybe watching it, you
Yeah.
almost feel like you're eating it as well.
You're living it.
So,
living it.
yeah.
one
I
of
used
my
to watch the 50,000 calories. Like, I'm going to do that afterwards. And then you'll go do a show and eat a cheesecake and feel absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a quick shot of
Mate.
just, everything.
guilty pleasure. Beard meets food
Yeah.
on when I'm
Yeah.
on a turbo.
Really?
Honestly, he did one in Malvern, and I was like, "Oh man, I'd like to meet him. He's such a cool little
Isn't
guy."
what
The
he
problem
does
is
so
I'd have to
impressive.
do a donut challenge with him, but because I know how much he eats, I don't know how many donuts we'd have to make.
Yeah, a lot. Because
Yeah.
your donuts are not
Probably
massive.
go
They're
bankrupt.
You'd also
with
need a
donuts.
challenge as well. You haven't got a challenge.
I don't
have
have a
you?
challenge. No.
Ooh, we need a challenge.
Probably should do a challenge.
You probably
Yeah.
should do a challenge to get him in.
Well,
Eat 10, run a 10k, eat 10. There
Them
you go.
guys from Mile Pie, do you know them?
Yeah.
They're local guys. I want to get them on the podcast. We should
Mate.
get them in to do one.
That'd be a good idea.
if there's
Yeah.
a challenge of eat 10, run 10k, I'm in, by the way. Because that is my groove.
Do you
That's
reckon
perfect.
you could do that?
Easy.
Really?
Mate, I'm
Mate,
built for
you
that.
against
I
Brad
don't know
against
if you
Mile
eat,
Pie?
I don't know if you eat 10 blueberry cheesecakes and run.
Oh, it depends
mate,
what the rules
I
are.
want to see this. Mile Pie versus Brad.
It
Do you
could
know-
be
you know-
high cream, yeah.
Mate, the Mile Pie guys versus you would be amazing.
Are they fast runners?
It doesn't matter.
What's the
The challenge is to complete the...
Well, they can't walk it. They've got to actually sweat.
Yeah, they got to run, yeah.
But you can just do it without beating anyone. You just got to do
they're
it.
not... They're
They'll
like...
do a heart rate.
They're,
There you
they're not
Okay,
slow.
160 plus.
Yeah, it has
and
to
that.
be.
They're not slow, but if you can eat quicker donuts than them, then you're off.
Mate, I'm in. This could be my moment. I could be famous.
It's like that Mo Farah thing you guys spoke about.
Luke Littler.
The darts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who can eat the donuts quicker?
All right. So, Kurt,
So-
if you set up this challenge, I'm coming down. We'll bring the camera and we'll
Two
do
loops of the river.
it. I could, mate. That's my jam.
Pitchcraft and back.
Wow, you got to cross the road. I'm not
Dangerous.
putting myself into that.
Okay. No.
If we do two loops
When
of the
have you
river,
got-
there's no
so-
roads.
I don't want to puke on a car going
Is
past.
it?
Cramping as they're running over the road.
Is the challenge eat 10 donuts then run 10k,
Yes.
or run a k eat one, run a k eat one?
I would say 10.
10,
Run
then
10,
do 10K.
then eat 10.
Oh,
And
run.
then down a litre of water.
So you do the 10k and then eat 10 donuts.
I think 10K. Nah, 20 donuts, a lot of donuts.
What about 5, 10, 5?
I think that's good.
So eat 5, run 10k, eat 5.
Why don't we work this out?
Okay.
Properly.
then properly.
We'll message them.
Anyone
Will
that's
do.
listening and wants to comment and has got an idea, please
Yeah.
let us know, and we'll
Yeah.
create this challenge at Guild Trip and Worcester.
Yeah.
And I'll be
We'll get
the first participant.
We'll get the Mile Pie boys on. They'll do a YouTube about it as
We'll do
well.
a costings.
Okay.
We'll do a
They'd love it.
costings on it. We'll get it going.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about when you go from rugby, where you'd have kind of poetic license with your food because they just want you to be big.
Yeah.
And then you go to stage. Was there ever a point where you felt like you might have hyperfixated on the foods? And
I got a bad relationship with food because of it.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Bodybuilding made it so bad that you go to KFC, for instance, and you say, right, I want grilled chicken. I don't want any mayonnaise on the wrap.
yeah,
Everything sits in your head, and it gave me a bad relationship with food.
because you sail
And I'm-
real
to be
close,
honest,
don't you, to
this-
an eating disorder?
This Ironman stuff seriously is making, because of the food and learning a bit more and the amount of calories you can eat, is making me a lot better.
You're like, yeah, it's like tests, though, isn't it? You gotta. When we first started, I doubt you'd have had a donut and a grenade bar and went for a run.
Not a chance.
Because I pretty much just say to you, just get the calories in. You'd always ask me, and I'm like, it's calories, just get the calories in. And you're like, it's a lot of carbohydrates, and I'm like, eat them.
You need it.
I still don't think I have enough carbohydrates.
Probably no, I don't think. I
Because
think it's a lot of us.
there's times when I'll get home, like yesterday's sprint session that you had me do.
Yeah.
I hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
So I got home. I left for work 4:30. Then I worked, baked, delivered, did everything, and then I went and built that new shop. I think I'd had a wrap from Otto. Do you know that chicken place in town?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Had a wrap and rice from them. Hadn't eaten all day. Got home. I was like, okay, now I need to go run 10K. Like, okay, just took 2 scoops of pre-workout and went and did it.
Oh,
Boom.
caffeine, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah.
I didn't. No drop-offs.
Yeah.
Good session.
It's a good session. Yeah. It was a
Good,
session.
good.
Yeah. But so I need to learn now to manage time better around food, especially with all this stuff, because you can't afford to not be fueled for this.
Not if you want to do well.
Because bodybuilding, you could go into the gym after not eating and just make sure you had a carb shake when you were training or something.
Yeah, less glycogen. I don't know. It burns a lot of glycogen weightlifting.
It depends, because my sessions would be quite hard. I would really push myself weight-wise and all that stuff. So I would burn like 800-900 calories in a gym session.
Okay.
Would you kind of have like stuffed jaw in them?
I always used to have cluster dextrin.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would have cluster dextrin with like an amino or something like that, and some creatine for when you did your training.
Yeah. It's quite classic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
carbs before session, carbs
During.
during, carbs after, and then normal carbs.
In the normal carbs. So like bubble wrap it.
Yeah, bubble wrap
Yeah.
the carbs around training.
Yeah.
Then it gets horrible, because then you get to evening, if you train in the morning, like,
Oh my
I
god.
want chips with my steak.
Yeah.
But no, I'll just have a salad. now you'll have chips with your steak.
You can kind of, you work hard enough, you can eat what you want,
this
right?
fresh air is lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know why I asked
Have
you
ice.
that question about your eating habits?
Yeah.
Because I thought about the name Guilt Trip, and I wondered if subconsciously, when you named the business, there was a kind of thing in your brain where you just demonized the donut a little bit. So it's a guilt.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of why I assumed as much, because you can't really move from competitive sport to competitive stage and not sail real close to the trouble with eating. And yeah, I mean, I want to bring more light to donuts. I don't want it to always feel like a guilt thing. I think you've done that really well by saying that you can smash it and go for a run.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or 10.
Or 10.
I'm going to do 10, guys. I know you don't believe this, but
No. I
Well, he used to do the eating challenges. Make it harder. 20.
20.
have you ever eaten 10,000 calories in a day?
Easily.
Yeah, okay. But I have, and
But
I'm
the thing is that
smaller than you.
I can do it without thinking. I would have to go and record myself doing it.
Thing is, right, I back you, because I would have thought the same, but actually doing the 10,000, I think I would probably easily do 5, but then I would have to think about doing 10.
We used to have this restaurant in Durban that we used to go on a Thursday night religiously, my brother, Amber and I, and they used to do a challenge. It was a kg steak, a kg of chips, and a litre of any cold drink.
A kg of chips?
Yeah, kg of chips. And if you ate it in 45 minutes, it's free.
Free.
It's free. And that was our, because obviously being students and
Yeah, why
rugby,
not? Yeah.
that was our.
I used
that
to
was our
really
thing.
enjoy like the Pizza Hut all you can eat.
I'm just thinking about the flatulence.
They would probably ask us to leave after a while.
If I ate a kilogram of chips, the flatulence would be outrageous. I would be divorced.
The problem is I find with having the kilo chips is when they get cold. Chips are horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to eat them first, but then you have cold steak.
That's what Beard eats me food.
He says about
He
the
always
cold.
eats the chips first.
Yeah,
Notice.
well, he just hates chips as well. He's like,
It's just
no,
cold.
I hate them. And in meat, when he's chewing meat and it's cold, but the way he throws sausage, he eats sausages and it's just like, he'll just go, is it gone? And I'm like, I try on my own sometimes to like eat like him, just like for not like
You put sausages in your mouth
Oh,
on your
there
own.
we go.
He's got a
Brilliant.
fake beard at home.
Yeah.
He puts it on to eat.
I put this
He
beard
puts his
on.
fake beard on.
I actually like. I try and I don't know if he eats the way he eats certain chips, and I'm like, I physically like don't know how he does it. I'm like, how are you doing these?
They
things?
don't feel like they really chew food. It's just sort of like a squash and swallow, isn't it?
And then, like-
it's just being a mush.
I see the
Yeah.
plate. I see the plate, and obviously I know enough. I know quite a lot about nutrition. I've been doing a PhD in it, and I'm
Are
like,
you?
yeah, and
Really? Tell us more.
and I'm like, how is he going to put that?
In his body.
Yeah,
I do think about the
Because you've been
physical.
told about, you got to have the protein the size of your fist, and all those. The whole thing with what is it? Protein needed to be the size of
yeah,
your
that's
fist,
like
and then
carbs
was
is
2,
2, and
And
yeah,
you look at that, you think that'll fit
Well,
in your
that
guts.
ain't
And then
gonna-
how's he getting?
yeah.
it in
Well,
his
where's the
body?
rest going to go?
Where's
Like
that
his
going?
intestines.
You
I
must
know your
just
intestines.
stretch the stomach.
Well, your
guess.
intestines are long, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I get that, but I'm like,
Well,
It's
it's not
not
going down
digest-
there. It's not digesting it while he's eating it.
Not in that time, not in the time frame, because always within like 20
Yeah.
minutes or something ridiculous.
Because we
isn't it?
always used to feel sick after that steak challenge. I don't know how he would eat all that and not throw up.
Yeah.
honestly.
No.
And then he goes, "I'll have a dessert," doesn't he? He goes, he always finishes with a dessert.
That's legendary.
Isn't it weird though that you can be as full as anything, but then someone says she wants ice cream? Yeah,
Oh,
I could
yeah.
always eat ice cream.
Yeah,
I
I
think
love
that's just
ice
the
cream.
rule, basically.
Yeah.
At all times. Ice cream any time of day. Yes,
Ice cream stars.
immediately.
See, I'm not really an ice cream fan.
Says a lot about you. I think. Boring.
Cold.
So were you building the business whilst doing all this?
Yeah.
Because it was
I
2020.
literally came from building a shop to here.
What I mean is, sorry, so in my head, because it was Nick really at the beginning, 2020.
Yeah, so basically, story of Guilt Trip. So
Yeah.
I never started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's quite interesting because
Yeah.
it's all you now,
so
right?
I didn't want to take any credit for that when you said, where'd you come up with the name? So
No, but I wonder if...
Yeah, so it started off in Ireland.
Okay.
With a brother's mate. They're no longer mates, but brother's mate.
Why Ireland?
That's where it started.
Okay.
No idea. Started in Belfast.
I actually knew that.
I did... Okay, I was doing some research. But I did see there was a business with the same name in Ireland. I just thought, a coincidence or...
Don't want to go down that road too much about
No,
what happened.
Don't, no need.
Exactly what happened. Anyway, so long story short, lockdown happened. I lost PT thing, started working as a builder. Brother then phoned me, he's like, right, we're taking over Guilt Trip. Come up here.
We're taking over Guilt Trip.
Like taking it over like the mafia?
Oh, mate,
or?
they wanted to liquidate.
Don't say anything,
so,
Kurt.
Okay.
We're taking over Guilt Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in or are you in?
We are Guilt Trip.
Yeah.
No, so he just phoned me, said, come, let's do this. Because, I mean, we ran supermarkets back in South Africa. We had 14 of them. So kind of knew you could.
What haven't you done, Kurt, at this point? I'm just working, like...
I haven't won Kona yet.
Yet. I like the yet, don't you? The confidence of yet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. That's still in my
I
top of my head.
At this point, I don't doubt it.
I'm competitive. So Nick said, come, let's do this. So I moved up. It was a big sort of culture shock, obviously, from back then I was working as a builder because, you couldn't get a job in lockdown.
Bricklayer, mate.
Dan,
No.
are you...
Yeah,
do you
always
know-
a bit clear.
He
Yeah.
knows. He listens to the
I listened
pod.
to the podcast. Yeah. Mate, I was carrying the hods up the stair. Up
There
the
you
ladders and all
go.
that stuff.
Who's going to carry the boat?
Yeah.
Who's going to carry the bolts? Okay, but you...
Enough
Yeah.
of them on the
Yeah.
coming over. So. So I did that, came over here, then there was a culture shock, and then had a bit more drama go on, but Nick and I turned it into something, and then Nick sort of left the business. He's gone over to play rugby in France. So it's my mum, myself, and a mate of mine, John. And we just want to take this to the next level. So we are slowly just growing it. But because we're a small little business, I don't want to try and open 30 shops. Not to say what they did was wrong, but they opened shops, I think, too quickly and did it very, very expensively, and then maybe didn't realize,
Costs versus income.
Costs in this
yeah.
business kill everyone.
Yeah.
And that's especially in today's age. Jeez, to open a shop. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I had all the stuff in Gloucester, so to bring it over, I've just built a counter and done all the plumbing and stuff. But it's you have everything there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we Mum and I are very much watching accounts on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And saying, I mean, not to say we're not doing well, but point is we do everything according to our means. You never go above our means.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just implemented a new POS system, which now I've never used to be big on data. Now it's telling us which is your best donut to sell on this day, which is this one.
Yeah. Times a day.
And then also
Have more,
staff. Oh, you shouldn't have 2 members of staff here. You're not making a profit. So we're starting to get down that road because
That's really good.
So
Yeah,
John,
it's
who's
clever.
big into cybersecurity, so he's big onto analytics and all that stuff, and he was harping on when he joined to say, you guys have to change the POS. And we were like, no, we're happy with what we're doing because it works.
Yeah.
And then changing it over, it's made such a difference because it's opened my mum's eyes because my mum still writes everything down. It's not printed out.
Yeah,
My mum is write it down.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of taken that. So we doing it one town at a time. So I do want to get this one going, get it going well, and then I will open more.
So where are they for people that don't know?
St. John's. There will be one in New Street. So Worcester. There's one in St. John's. There's one in New Street, which should be open 2 weeks or so, hopefully sooner. Then I got one on Broadway, and one in Cheltenham, just outside the Regent's Arcade.
Brilliant. So it's Weir Lane in Worcester.
Yeah, Weir Lane.
That's it. Yeah.
Is that your busiest one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
And initially I thought it was going to be Cheltenham because when I opened Cheltenham, apart from we got the keys and I opened the shop in 2 weeks because I did everything. We built it and realized how badly that was because you have people come in and want to listen, don't have it. So that's why we take a bit longer to do things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so money driven that we have to get it open.
Yeah.
But Cheltenham, when we opened it, I mean, I was doing 30 of each donut a day.
Whoa! How many donuts you have?
We 12 flavors.
Whoa! That's a lot of donuts.
360 a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for that shop.
That's
It
crazy.
was
Jesus
flying,
Christ.
absolutely flying. I thought, here we go. This is our golden egg.
Yeah.
But like any novelty, it wears off.
Okay.
So
yeah,
and
okay.
now, I mean, this room is hot. People go into to summer, and you do notice a decline.
Yeah.
Okay.
I find,
Does coffee in general decline in the summer?
yeah. I mean, you obviously get.
I mean, it
ice
makes
coffee.
sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
We sell less of the coffee from A1 in summer.
In my 5 years of doing this, every single summer, Mum and I panic. Obviously, because we are panickers. If you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
panic in this business, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
You just got a sense of urgency, I can tell.
Yeah.
So
I
you're on the
have
pulse.
to think ahead. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we've changed. I mean, the previous business model was just flat whites and coffee.
Yeah.
And a donut, sorry.
Yeah.
Now it's like we do toasties, sausage rolls, ice creams, lattes,
Yeah.
everything, because you want to try and have a broader spectrum. Obviously, now I remember Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares where you go in and say, right, you have far too much.
Too
on
many
your
things
thing.
on the menu. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're not like that. But I'm trying to get what people are wanting, and that's why I'm loving this data, because it's telling me, believe it or not, jam donut's the most sold donut.
No way.
Out of all our donuts, jam donut's the best one.
That's crazy. What's the cinnamon like? I bet that's
Cinnamon's third.
Yeah, I'm a cinnamon fan.
Cinnamon's
third,
solid.
third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your
Death by brownie second, Biscoff, then cinnamon, and then blueberry. Blueberry used to be our number one seller.
okay? People have gone back to simplicity.
Seems
What's
like
your favourite?
It was the blueberry.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like the.
but now it's the jam because it makes you the most money.
What's one of the ones you've brought out and you thought, yeah, nail that, and it's gone. Like, no one buys it.
In South Africa, we have a dessert called peppermint crisp tart.
Peppermint crisp.
So
okay.
there's a type of Cadbury's chocolate which got peppermint inside it.
Yeah, I
And
know this. It's like quite big in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Peppermint. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
But in South Africa, we make it with like you'd use tea biscuits, so like rich tea biscuits, and you have layers of caramel and chocolate. It's unbelievably delicious.
Sounds good. Yeah.
It's really nice. If you find a South African shop and you have it, trust me, it'll be the only dessert you ever eat.
Okay. All right. I'm in.
So we decided we're going to make a peppermint crisp donut,
Yeah.
and we thought this is going to be great. Everyone came in, peppermint. I don't want that.
It's sound, isn't it? It's the sound.
Oh,
'Cause
see, yeah, I wouldn't buy
You
it,
like
but I
mint?
like the idea.
So now we changed the name, caramel mint. Ooh, that sounds a bit more appealing. We'll try that.
marketing, yeah.
Yeah, you have to obviously throw it
Yeah.
out there. So that one was a bit of a flop.
Okay.
But we
Yeah,
are
you
starting
live
to
in-
get more South Africans know that we're South Africans. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll start bringing that out.
Yeah,
again.
you
We'll
live in
try-
there,
We'll
don't
try. We live and you learn.
That's cool.
You can have it as a guest donut here and there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Kind of bring
Christmas
it in.
time.
Christmas.
Peppermint's quite Christmassy.
That's true. There's a seasonality to mint.
Terry's orange.
Oh,
that time
mate.
of the day.
You'll sell a lemon.
Yeah, we used to do a
You've
Terry's
done one. I've
orange.
seen
Yeah,
the.
we
Oh,
did
yeah. There you go.
Need to stock up on that in Christmas time because Booker sells out quite quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe get it now. I don't know if you can get it now.
You
but
can't get it now.
No.
Going back to then I wanted to ask you this because you've done so much, but have you got like a personal sort of funny or horror story of anything that you've been doing in terms of competing?
What, as in bodybuilding?
Anything really. So all the things you've done, have you got anything that you think's worth like a funny or a worst case story that you can remember?
Depends on how far you want to go. Into.
I want you to
I feel like
go
Should I
as
embarrass
far.
myself?
this could be. This could be.
If
Is it-
you're
is
up
it-
for
is it-
embarrassing yourself, it's worth the views. I think personally.
It's worth the views.
Worth it.
Think about
Okay.
guilt trip at this point. All right.
Okay.
Do it for the shop, not for yourself.
I knew you'd have a good story.
Don't
Okay,
fall
I'll-
under
I'll-
Brad's pressure.
Okay, no,
There's
that's
peer
not
pressure under it.
no skin off my back. Funny story. So, as you know, the runners is having all these things that make their stomachs go.
Ooh.
I had it during a rugby game.
Oh no.
So I under 16, we used to take the train to Bloemfontein. So I don't know if you know where Bloemfontein is. It's
feel
based
like
in the middle of South Africa.
Yeah.
Just come close to the mic 'cause I want everyone to hear everything about this.
Oh, great. I'm going to stop now.
Yeah.
No, basically, so we took the train to Bloemfontein. We'd eaten some food on that the school had given us, but it didn't agree with me. And then, this gets funnier because it happened years later that I revealed to the guy what happened. But anyway, we're playing this game. My stomach wasn't good. And I got what's given a hospital pass. So I caught the ball way above my head. And I got absolutely folded.
Okay.
And a little bit of poo came out.
What colour were the shorts?
They were white. But I wore black
Like tights.
So
Yeah.
you couldn't see anything. But
Okay.
I knew it was there. And obviously, now,
You knew it was there.
Yeah,
Was it a nugget or something?
no, obviously, having
Watery.
bad
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And what makes it funny is because that same guy who had to lock behind me constantly said, "Guys, something fucking stinks." Excuse my French. And obviously, I'm so embarrassed. And then
It's like when you fart in the office and you're like, that wasn't me.
so this is my worst one. That's the most embarrassing. Anyway, so play the rest of the game, and obviously now I've the first one in the change rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw it away.
Yeah.
the
No, I
shorts
think
away.
you've done really well there to like maneuver what could
no
be a
one knew-
really
no one knew it was Kurt, eh?
yeah.
Anyway,
Until now.
Until now, yeah.
Years later, we all having like a end of school reunion thing. We're sitting in a little town called Zinkwazi at one of my mates' houses.
Yeah.
And we got chatting about, our rugby stuff. And this guy happened to be there. And I turned to him and I said,
So
do you remember the Bloemfontein game? And he goes, yeah. So, you kept going on about something stank. I said, well, your shoulder had shit on it.
What did he say?
He just laughed.
I'm sure
Yeah,
that,
good.
No, he just
Over
laughed.
it now.
He wasn't sort
But
of like...
at 16, that could have ruined you.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
was so-
Yeah.
So you're talking horror story. That's for me. That was.
They would have had you to pieces, wouldn't they?
Oh no!
at
I was like I
16?
said, first one in the change room, shorts off,
Yeah.
in the bin,
Dodged a bullet.
dodged a
Yeah.
bullet.
Oh,
I was
you'd never live that
I
down.
was so embarrassed.
Yeah, you'd never.
How
live that down.
long did it take you to trust a fart after that?
Just didn't eat well
As
over
Amber
it.
will know, because she has a go at me for the amount that I fart.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with fart.
I was thinking when you said that your diet was 10 egg whites, again, I would just be divorced at that point. Like, it's just no way.
no, our house stank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the sulfur, isn't it? It's
So
just,
she used to hate climbing into my car. Because she used to say it. She's like, babe, it's embedded in the seat.
she didn't know you've been letting him off like a machine gun all the way there.
Windows open.
I use fart power for the donuts, to keep the solar power and everything.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so that was the most embarrassing thing that's happened.
No, I like
to
that.
me.
That was a good story.
I'm glad I asked, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
It
story.
was my favourite question I'd sort of lined up for today.
Yeah, oh,
Is it
great.
worth mentioning Amber because she's a little bit of a superstar?
Yeah, she's done very well.
She everything she touches seems to work really well. So she
Yeah.
also did elite level rugby, She-
Very elite level. Rugby,
bodybuilding as well.
No, she wanted to compete, but
Okay.
then Amber loves food too much.
Again, Amber and I
Not in
might
a
get
bad
on.
way. She
Yeah.
just loves food too much.
Yeah.
So for her, if I was telling her, you can't be eating that, you need to eat this and this, because obviously my knowledge back then was
You
also like, no, you have to have oats and this and this. So we used to fight because it used to be a case of, no, you can't eat that and you have to be on the treadmill. She's like, I don't want to do the treadmill. I've only done 10 reps. I don't want to do 20 reps. So Amber and I used to have that. So I think I probably ruined that for her because I was so serious, and I think that's probably, I have an issue with that because you'll understand with all this Ironman stuff, is that when I get a program to do something, I want to do the program and I will do anything or try my best. I know I do have the odd little thing where I'll send Dan a message to say, I can't do this today, can we move it? Or like, but I will make sure I try and do that.
Yeah, we'll like catch you.
Yeah.
It doesn't sit well with you to
I
think
can't, I don't.
you just miss it.
It's my mental release, this training. So even
Okay.
when I was doing the bodybuilding, it was my mental release. It was my happy place to go and to train.
In terms of student, then is Kurt your best in terms of like
I'd say you are.
sticking
He's
to
sat,
the, not
he's sat
me.
right here. Yeah, he's my best.
But like,
Absolutely.
Behind
terms-
closed doors, the worst one. And most
toe in the
annoying.
line though is
Doesn't leave me alone.
like smashes it in terms of hitting the numbers on the project. Like if you give him
Yeah,
7
honestly,
I did
yeah.
try.
I think he's probably made one of the like it. Do you know what award I'd give him? Most improved.
I actually got that
Ah.
award for rugby one.
Yeah, there you go.
That was a sympathy award at school,
it's
wasn't
a
it?
sympathy, but like honestly, since he's come on board, it's like the gains have been pretty astronomical, really, haven't they?
Got quite good.
Yeah.
Like I think because obviously he's
And I
done.
took 2.5 hours off my last Ironman.
Yeah,
time,
I mean,
I mean,
like so
that's
he did
significant.
Ironman Wales last September, and did Ironman Lanzarote just gone.
Yeah.
They're two of the hardest Ironmans on the circuit.
I always remember Dan's comment. I said, this is the race, when we got into coaching, I said, this is the race I've chosen. It's the first thing he says to me, why do you choose the hardest races?
Yeah, you did say they're the hardest ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that, did you do that knowingly? Or
Actually, I chose Lanzarote because it was one of the cheaper ones. And then after I'd paid for it, I was like, ooh, okay, that's
That's quite hilly.
And then Dan was like, that's a very hard race. You
it's
do know
supply and demand, I think, at this point, right? No one wants to
And
do
then when I
Lanza.
got there and there was only like 1,200 or 1,300 competitors, I realized this is a hard race.
This is
Yeah.
his place, yeah. It's the heat.
But
it's
you
the
knocked
hills.
2.5 hours off.
Yeah, I think I would have done better, but the heat on the day killed me because I think
it was particularly warm.
I was on for sub 13 because I had my cousin in my ear going, "You were doing so well." Because I climbed off the bike and I dropped an hour and 15 minutes off my last Wales bike time on a harder course, and I was like, "I'm going to do this." And then I climbed off the bike. I started running. Amber saw me. I was like, 5-minute 20 pace. I'm happy days. 2K in. I was like, "What is this?"
Is that so? That's heat.
It was about 20. It was over 25 degrees, wasn't it?
It was 31 degrees on the day.
Yeah.
So that's going to be salts, maybe more fuel being used.
Just
all
more,
of it.
you're going to burn more sugar. Just burn more sugar. Just
But I was having 120 grams of carbs an hour, so it wasn't a case of being under fuel. I climbed off the bike, it was hot, but when I got 2K up the road, it just hit me.
Oh, so on the bike you get in the wind, right?
Yeah,
so you're not,
especially in Lanzarote.
Yeah,
No, I think I still did the first 22K or whatever in 2 hours.
Yeah, it was good.
So I was still doing okay.
It just got. I think by the end of it, your core temperature just got to a point where you.
And then because I am a stubborn person, I was like, there were times that go in your head, through anyone's head. They say, "I'm not going to do this," and then I was like, "There's not a chance. I'm not doing this." So I'm like, "I'm going to run 5 lampposts, walk 1." Run 5 lampposts, walk 1. I was like, I am going to do this because there's no way I didn't
you
do
want
all
DNF.
this training.
Yeah.
And you were like, you finished and you were quite disappointed.
I was disappointed.
But then you look back and you were like, oh, no, that's pretty good.
I'm happy with like dropping 2.5 hours off my time, but I'm like, you think to yourself, I could have done better.
There's more in the tank.
But winning Kona is next, apparently.
Well,
no,
maybe
qualifying for one day would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I've always had this mindset, if you're going to put your body through all this, like same with rugby. Like I went to try, when I went back into rugby again after the bodybuilding in 2019 when I stopped, I was like, should I go play normal club rugby? I tried 3 games and I snapped my calf. So, because obviously I'd just done bodybuilding. I did my really bad tear in my right calf. And then I was like, why am I hurting myself just to play? No offense to that league. But And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go back into playing championship. So I contacted the head coach, the director of rugby to say, can I come and play for your club? And then literally 2 weekends later, I was playing for the first team. So it does show that you can, bounce back from something else. But I've always believed that if you're going to try something, try it to the best that you can.
Yeah.
Not just the best you can, but you got to aim high. And I joke with Dan, like I watch a lot of what Blumenfeld does.
And
it sounds stupid, but in my head I'm like, whether it'll never happen. But in my head I was like, I'm going to beat you one day. That's my way of thinking in terms of training.
Oh, I mean, he's younger. Blumenfeld's younger.
I was just thinking we've got a chance
it's a
there.
mentality.
No.
It's a mentality.
It's the mentality. It's
Yeah,
not
of
a case of saying I'm going to do it because Jesus, they're insane.
He's 101 VO2 max, right?
Dan and I are the same age, and Amber saw him run around the track the other day, and she goes, "And you want to compete against him?" And I'm like,
"Well, nice compliment, mate."
She said, but then I said to her, I won't be that fast now, but watch, I'll get there.
Yeah. Like, why not try?
Well, absolutely.
Why would you not try?
And if you can keep improving yourself, that's the main thing, isn't it?
I don't see why you can't do it.
Yeah. What's the worst thing if you don't try? You fail. Do you know what I mean?
Still gonna be better than most people as well.
Failure is the best teacher, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is the best teacher.
Yeah.
You've been very inspiring to me today, Kurt.
Thank you.
I've really enjoyed meeting you.
How many more donuts you want to eat now?
Should we do a 20k challenge?
No, we'll have to speak to the Mile Pie boys, see what they can come up with.
I've got some.
So Kurt will sponsor it for.
Well, we can help sponsor it as well, but we'll
They
definitely be involved.
do you know what they do? They run with the Soul Sisters. They run with M's.
That's all the time.
Because Kurt's got a run club that goes on guilt trip.
Yeah, the ladies only. The Soul girls do.
Yeah, because we had Emily on, didn't we?
Which has been on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
They do the Tuesday, then they do the big one on the Saturday.
Get them involved.
Try and do a whole thing. We'll do it. We can do a 1k or up to 10k.
I think what I should do is just make a whole bunch of, say, cinnamon and vanilla ones.
Yeah.
Because then it's simple.
Yeah.
And it's also digestible and no one's going to have Coke Brown.
Yeah.
Be nicer.
And then we could try something like that.
I think they'll be keen.
I'm in. You don't know how in I am to this, guys.
I really want to see this race.
Like, I'm not that excited for my next 10k race. I'm excited for
Are
this
we going to
race.
have like dustbins littered along it just for those?
I think you probably should.
Yeah.
For people's
down the
pants.
river.
We
just
should
in
warn the
case.
council.
Have a few layers of pants on and just maybe lock that in the bin. And
Warm the council.
yeah.
Honestly, I still don't think Brad will be very good at it.
That's nasty, isn't it?
That's not nice.
What do you mean? I've got the appetite of like 3 men.
I've seen what them guys do.
I could do a half
They did a
decent 10.
challenge this one time where they brought like every baked item from Greg's. and they did a K. Then they ate like a steak bake. Then they did another K. And then they had like a chicken bake. Then they did another K. And had like a sausage roll.
Like initiations for
honestly.
It's too much fat.
And then they,
yeah.
and then they had the, then they were like, oh, it's a veggie bake.
I bet that's quite nice.
Yeah, honestly, it was.
This podcast is now proudly sponsored by Crew Barber in Worcester on Trinity Street. The owner, Nikki, possibly Worcester's fastest barber, does great cuts. Dan's been a customer and myself for many years. Book now via Booksy and give him a follow on Instagram. I actually did that challenge, I think we spoke about this off air once, where you had to eat 5,000 calories and burn 5,000 calories in a day. It's not
most of those eating challenges, you always see the guy wake up and he's like, I want to have a breakfast now. Then he goes and gyms legs, and then comes over and then shows you the rest of his meal. So I suppose you want to try and burn as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think Beard Meats Food doesn't eat for like a day.
A couple of days after.
And before.
Oh, really?
He's eating enough calories for like a month. So
probably that.
He could fast.
Yeah,
He'd
be alright.
Right, I've got some quick fire fun questions for you.
Okay.
To kind of finish and give everyone the full picture of you. Come close to your mic, 'cause I want everyone to hear this.
Okay.
Right. How many donuts do you eat per week?
Oof. Do I eat per week? I ate one the last 2 weeks. I don't eat donuts as many.
So
when I started, it was bad.
Because you guys, what I love about your business is that everything's baked by you guys.
Yeah,
That's
you
don't just buy it in. This is like proper.
Yeah.
And you deliver it to each shop as well, don't you?
Every morning, yeah.
That's insane.
I love it.
I know.
Okay.
I do oftenly see him.
I probably eat more than you per week. All right.
Yeah.
How many?
You're the reason we're still going.
That's it. Yeah. I come over all the time. To be honest, what I do is I buy a couple, but then I come and get those 2 good to go boxes as well because they're class.
So you're one of those people.
No, I do both.
Fresh ones.
No, I do both.
That's fine.
I do both.
No, don't worry about small business.
No, listen, Kurt. I want to redeem myself. I'm making sure that nothing goes to waste. All right. I'm that greedy.
I feel like Curtis has said you're cheap.
I think. Do you know the first time I found one? Actually, you and I were having a coffee in there, so I paid full price for a coffee, and I looked on the app.
What did
and
Dan buy it?
I bought it.
Probably.
No, because he's late. No, do you know why I know I bought it? Because you're always late, mate. So I always buy.
True.
So I have to buy it because he's so late. But I was looking. We'd already had. I bought 3 donuts, and then there was a good to go box. So I think left with 10 in the end. So might be your best customer.
They last a few days.
They're great, honestly. Yeah. We had them for several days after. How many have you eaten though in a single day? What's your PR?
About 10.
10.
I don't eat.
Thing is though,
10's good actually though. 10's
they're quite easy to eat, aren't they?
They're very easy to eat.
Yeah.
I also think because they're so.
Come closer to your mic, sorry, Kurt. I don't want anyone to lose you, mate.
Because they're so fresh, etc.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you can.
Do you think they taste better when they're fresh?
Oh, massively. That's why I make them fresh every day.
Yeah. Okay.
I've come in the morning and had them, and they are unbeatable. First thing,
just
the best. Yeah.
And funny enough,
I do like your toasties though a lot as well.
Thank you. They're all good, but I think first thing in the morning, the cinnamon ones are the best.
Well, in America, I remember when I was there when I was like in my early 20s, and oftenly families would buy donuts for breakfast.
I could do donuts for breakfast.
It's like a thing. That's what they have, donuts and coffee for breakfast.
It's not that dissimilar to a pancake, and everyone does that.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a baked.
Yeah.
It's same ingredients.
It's in the same.
It's in the same category.
I would say so.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
foods.
We've answered this question. Your favourite flavour, but so it was blueberry, but it is something different now.
It's hard to say, really.
Jam because it makes you the most money. But if you could only eat one more,
it doesn't make me the most because it's not the most expensive.
Okay, but margins would be good, right?
Their margins are very good.
Yeah, but what if you could only eat one today? What would it be?
Blueberry.
Okay, cool. I put this in because I really wanted to know because you're such a stocky guy and you've done some bodybuilding. Squat, deadlift, bench, PR. Go.
300 squat for 2. 300 deadlift. 240 bench for 2.
That's outrageous. Brad's embarrassed.
That's more than double my PR.
There you go.
Yeah, I've done a 240 for 2.
He said it without twitching, so it's true.
Jesus Christ. When you shook my hand when you came in, I did think, I'm going to go to hospital after this.
And that was probably at my biggest when I was bodybuilding.
So you'd be like 100 and something kilos. You were 80 something, you said, didn't you?
No, so that was my first. Well, that was the first show.
Okay.
But my last show was 105 on stage.
Okay, fine.
So I'd put on a lot of muscle between the first and last one.
What do you think you could bench now?
I did the other day. I could still do like 10 of 100.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 of 100 solid.
I don't do max weights anymore.
I know you don't because I pull it in. I tried to stop you.
But what he doesn't see, I still throw in the chest.
Oh yeah, bro split.
It's the sexy muscles.
No. every now and again I look at it and I'm
You
like,
have
am I-
openly said to me though, and you said like, "Do you mind if I add a few things?" And I'm like, "No, just make sure this goes in, and then after that,
Whatever you fancy.
yeah."
It's just like you still want to do one or two like bench and things, but I see he has thrown in arms in the program.
Oh, but normally the tricep, right? 'Cause that's what you're using your running.
It's
Do you use
useless.
bicep as well? I suppose a bit. Mainly tricep.
But I'll notice with cause I think I'm going to go gills at this stage. The amount that I swim.
Seems a lot.
Really?
Yeah, more than he
I
did.
would need to. I get it.
More
yeah.
than he did. What's your okay? Swim, bike, or run? What's your favourite?
Why have you nicked my next question? I
It's not.
put least favourite out of those. So
Okay, well,
say-
yeah,
yeah.
What's my favorite?
yeah.
I'm loving the running,
Running
but then I've just
so
gone and
good.
spent a few grand on a new bike, so I'd probably say cycling.
You're gonna have to love the cyclist.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
to prove to
I get
Amber.
reminded every time I got to rub Amber's feet, like 5,708. And then the next one will be 5,706. She's counting down all the
pound for a rub or whatever.
the rubs on the feet.
That's funny.
I don't know. I don't have a favorite yet. I think when I get good at one,
Yeah.
then it might be that's your favorite one. But I think my one I'm progressing in the quickest might be my running.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is slightly unusual, I would say. You know, because
Yeah.
for a bigger, like
I mean,
more
I'm-
muscly
well,
guy,
Swim,
I'm still
maybe?
97 kilos, 98 kilos. I've lost
Wow.
since funny enough, since I started doing this Ironman, I've lost 20.
You will do for running.
so
I feel like.
he
I started my first Weymouth when I was 120, and then
How can you do an Ironman that heavy?
70.3.
Okay.
yes, everyone reminded me that you haven't done an Ironman. When I
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have just called it that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, and that was also with 8 weeks prep for that one.
Yeah.
But I did that out of one of these Ironman books. I just followed that principle on there.
Nice.
And then I think I'm 96 now, so I've lost a fair bit of weight
Yeah,
doing all this.
it's not the go-to, but it just happens naturally.
But I have noticed the lighter I'm getting, the faster I'm getting at everything.
It's a VO2 max thing, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
a body mass
Yeah.
calculation.
But like his easy runs, he'll be doing like, I don't know, like 145 heart rate for like 850s now, less pace-wise.
I've got no idea mile pace. I'm rubbish.
K, what's that in K? 5.
I mean, I did Sunday's 17K, an hour and a half. So that was 520.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep this mic in front of you, Carl. I'm losing you.
520.
Spin it, I reckon.
They're better.
I just don't
I'll
want to
just
lose
hold
you.
it.
We were just enjoying
I'll
the
just hold
conversation
it.
so much. I don't want to lose you. I've got a couple of
Do
questions.
you know what?
to
Do you
ask.
know what? It was similar to what you were like at your peak.
Yeah, I'm terrible now. I don't even know last time I ran anything you gave me.
I have not put anything.
Did
for
you
ages.
enjoy your marathon you did then?
No.
You hated it.
You hated every minute.
No, because it's only because this is a boring story, but I said I got really poorly and never recovered.
How is HRV in that now?
Heart rate's come back down. HRV's trash.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine's rubbish. But I think because I don't get enough sleep.
Used to be
Yeah,
100.
you don't get
100.
sleep.
My HRV used to be 100. It's like 50.
Sleep's mega.
Can you see all that on my?
Yeah, it goes through.
Yeah, I see percentage.
you've got like
yeah.
a
So you look at
ring.
it and go, "Oh God, he's had 4 hours."
No,
sleep. How is he gonna train
I just
today?"
know what you like. I feel like it doesn't make a difference.
You
Like
do
a-
too
like a
much.
vampire.
4 hours would be a good day for you, I reckon, mate.
Live on all the caffeine.
Yeah, like to be
Funny enough,
fair.
after your podcast, I hardly have any caffeine anymore. Thank you.
Ah.
Amber teases me. Oh, you one of those that have decaf now? I was like, well, I've actually found I'll have a caffeine coffee in the
Yeah.
morning as
Yep.
I wake up. Well, as I wake up when I get to the bakery, and then I'll have 2 decaf ones during the day, and then I'll have a
One
pre-workout or
before
coffee
train.
before I train.
Yeah.
Unbelievable energy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I used to have like 4 cups of coffee before 12,
coffee.
then go and have a pre-workout or something before you go and train, and then you
Crash.
just don't feel any.
Yeah.
You feel
feel like-
awful.
then you-
Yeah.
But this is where I find then people then end up having more stimulants, is because you're so overstimulated that nothing works.
Yeah,
so you
and your
have more.
sensitivity changes,
Yeah.
and it's a chase. It's
Yeah.
a chase. It's a
You're
chase.
chasing
Yeah.
the high of that energy.
Okay. Couple of final questions.
Okay.
5K PR.
Mm.
Did you ever do 5K?
I think my best one I did was like 22,
Okay.
21.
It'd be better than that now.
I think it's much better than now.
Sub 20. Come in.
I mean,
Get a trial.
not yet.
Try it soon.
I haven't done a
It'll be
max.
20 something, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Very respectable at 97 kg. And then my final question. Who's better at rugby? You, Nick, or your wife?
Well, I can say, considering Amber played for the Springbok ladies,
Yeah.
I would say Amber in terms of where she got to.
Okay.
Um,
Fair.
There you go. Little nod to Amber.
Yeah, little nod to Amber. Yeah.
She deserves it, I think. Yeah.
Funny story about.
You have to play this to her.
Do you know a funny story about Amber's
Please.
rugby? I'll just go into it. So this is why it's a thorn in the side, but
Okay.
no, it's not a thorn in the side. I'm just joking. But
I'll cut that bit out for you, mate.
basically, with her rugby, she was playing hockey when I was playing my level where I got to, whatever. She was playing hockey.
Yeah.
And like I'd rather put pins in my eyes and go watch hockey. No disrespect to hockey players, but
It's not your thing?
it's like going to watch Hard Rock, so I don't want to do that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Pow, pow, shut
I'm
the
going to show you my
shots.
bag when we leave.
That is
Full of
fantastic.
High Rocks patches.
Oh, my,
here we
that's
go.
brilliant.
You're one of those guys. With the
Nah,
Hard
I'll
Rocks
give it up
patches,
now, mate.
so-
Some of the people listening to the podcast will be cheering after that.
They
comment.
will be.
They will be literally
No
cheering.
disrespect to
No,
Hard
no,
Rocks.
no, no, no.
No,
Anyway.
I feel disrespected.
It's just
it's fine.
friendly banter.
I can see he's never going to buy a donut again. only too good to
Are you
go.
kidding? You seen him?
He's only going to buy too good to goes now.
He'll walk in with a smug face every time going, it was me again.
Yeah.
So she was playing all her hockey. And I said to her, babe, please, this is so boring. Can you try something else?
Really?
And funny enough, she said, well, when I went to go play Richmond, when I went to go back to playing rugby, she's like, well, maybe I'll start playing. And literally within the space of like 2 years, she was playing Premiership for Gloucester. She played 1 or 2 games. Her first Premiership game was Gloucester Saracens, which is huge.
Of course it is.
And then just went and played professional for Sale. And then... like, wow, okay. And then just like, short fire, just like whatever she does, like works. And then she ended up emailing the South African rugby coach just to say, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
Look, obviously,
This is where I'm at the
you
moment.
can't see me because obviously I don't play in South Africa. He then said, well, I'll watch the footage of your game because she was playing for Cheltenham at the time, Tigers. And then they said, after watching the footage, come to camp.
Crazy.
So she went to South Africa, and then I think she played 7 or 8 caps for South Africa.
That's insane. And because you said
Because I said
Hockey's
I
boring.
can't be asked to watch you play hockey. Please go play rugby.
that's amazing.
I guess
Yeah.
if
That's
it was
love as well.
if it was slightly better funded, she'd do more, wouldn't she?
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with women's rugby, but they are really underfunded. It's
Yeah.
not. It's actually not fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch how some of them have to work all day.
Yeah.
I mean, even the England girls will be running. Like some of them are nurses, and then still having to go train, and then get given peanuts.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the girls' contracts doesn't even cover their money to
Like
for
get there and
transport to
play
get
and-
to training.
yeah.
They're doing it
Jesus,
for the
that's
love
bad,
of it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is really bad.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to Amber for taking your advice. Been in
And then
hockey.
tattoos, she decides to do tattoos, and now she has a business. So
That's
she's
crazy,
fine.
right?
Yeah,
She
whatever
does,
she
yeah.
do, she tries to do.
The blonde tattooist, isn't it?
Yeah, tattoo blonde.
Tattoo blonde.
Tattoo blonde. I'll make sure it's tagged in the
And
video.
she's
Actually,
she's just written a book. So there we go. Yeah.
What can she do?
I'm
She's
feeling quite inferior at this
Running
point.
for president of South
Wait a minute,
Africa.
Kurt. Is she available to come on to our next episode?
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be a step up then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Kurt, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank
Yeah.
you for
Having
having
you
me.
on
I
the
listen
show,
to you
mate.
guys every week. So
Oh, mate, I
Wow.
appreciate it a lot. Having fans on the show and listeners on the show
Yeah, it's perfect.
is amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, we'll do it again, I think, sometime.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll
mate.
have to get the challenge going.
I'm coming for the challenge.
Yeah, we do it.
I'm the top dog for a challenge.
Maybe we can put an aircon in here.
Yeah, I know,
I'm-
mate. I'm sweating.
I'm currently melting, so
Yeah.
yeah, we'll call it there.
Call it
Brilliant.
there.
Thanks very
Sam,
much for your
cheers,
time.
pleasure.
Cheers.
Enjoy it.